So I have a cold, and when I get a cold, I usually make me a little mixture. I can't remember exactly everything that I put in the other time, but these are the basics. You get a lemon, you get ginger, some type of spice, some type of tea. I like to use black tea or oolong tea. You got apple cider vinegar, some honey. I know this looks disgusting, but I don't know what happened with this. And then you get lemon juice if you don't have a lemon. But basically, you just take it. I cut the half, cut it into 4. We're literally gonna throw it all in this pot right here. And you want this pot. Next, you're gonna take the tea, or you don't really have to do it in an order, but I'll tell you what anyway. You take the tea, take that little end off. So I took the end off, you throw that in the pot. You take your ginger, and it just depends on how much you wanna use. You can use as much or as little as you like. I think the more, the merrier, honestly. And what you do is you put all this stuff in here. You're gonna cut it up. I like to cut everything off the ginger. It doesn't really matter, because you're gonna strain all of this anyway. I do a lot of like stuff with health. I ain't the healthiest person, but I feel like a lot of the old remedies and stuff from the past don't really get used anymore. Make sure you use this honey too, by the way. Or you can use maple syrup as well. I prefer to use honey, but to each his own. I'm gonna save this one with something else. So now I'm gonna take this pot, and I do not measure it. It's gonna be a free pour. I like to mix it in a little bit and get that mother part, because you see the back right here, that bottom part is the mother. And that's where all of the bacteria, not bacteria, but fungus and stuff exist. And then you wanna slowly open it, because it could explode. It did not. I guess I'm thinking about kombucha. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you turn it a little bit like that. You keep you from spilling it. That's like bartender pour right there. So you're gonna take this and squeeze this in. Obviously, I'm gonna have to take this open, because this honey is just, sometimes honey gets really stuck inside and hardened, and this is hardened. They say to heat up the bottle, but I'm not gonna heat up no plastic. I am going to remove pretty much all this honey at this point. But like I said, I don't measure. There's probably measurements you could come up with yourself. I don't know. It's like a feel I feel like I have for stuff like this. Maybe I don't. But I tell you this shit will knock your shit out. It will knock that cold out usually, for me. But everybody's different, because everybody, maintains their body differently on a regular basis, whether it be exercise or how we eat, you know what I mean? But I will say your gut health is important. Make sure you're getting some prebiotics, some good bacterias and funguses in your diet. Fermented foods are amazing. If you can find some real bread, like sourdough bread, you find some real sourdough bread. You can do kombucha, kefir. There's a huge list, and you can feed that good bacteria with stuff like yogurt if you're into that. But I definitely suggest taking care of your gut health as much as you can, on top of exercising and stuff. We're not gonna have perfect diets in America, because there's so much shit and so many items, and that's a lot of research, that's a lot of work. So make sure you try the best you can. Don't really make videos like this, but I think this is a useful thing for people to know. And this is a mess, but hey. So this is part 2. This is a water kettle with some water in it. You do not have to heat it up. I just put water in it because it's convenient, but you should own one of these if you drink tea and you need to heat up water quickly. Shout out to the Asians. So put this water in here. And like I said, I don't really measure it out, but I'll show you how much is in this pot. I think this is more than enough. But basically, well, I ain't gonna show you. It's about here, okay? About that line. For me, the way this bottle is, I'm gonna tap some out. And then I'm gonna put probably, Jesus Christ, come out. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is good enough because this stuff can get hot. I think, I forgot. I ain't had this particular brand in a while, but I had bought this at the store. You can add whatever you want to this. If, you know, any type of healthy thing, garlic, turmeric, whatever it is. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Now let's go to step 3. So as you can see, we have it on the eye. And I'm gonna let it cook until it boils. Once you see this, it's time to turn it off and strain it. Or you can let it sit for a while, whatever way you find works best. Also, you need to strain it. And then we go on to the last step. We are going to pour the liquid after you strain it into a jar, or maybe you have a pitcher or whatever. We're gonna pour this up. So I said I was finished, but I actually was wrong. There is one ingredient that we did not mention, and that is liquor. Now, that is preferential. The other one is non-alcoholic, but I like to drop a little bit in, and I did not do that in the video, which I'm gonna add it right now. But yeah, that's up to you and how much you wanna put, but I think that helps knock out the cold as well. See y'all. Peace.